So I'll see if you go having trouble with the second delta math. So I was going to do a short video on it, very short, like 2 questions. I can do 3 if you really want me to, but negative 8, 9. So you're going to take the point negative 8, 9 on this one at least. Negative 8, 9 up here. I lost it. There it is. That's my original point. And then it's saying y equals negative x, r 90 degrees. So you start with this the one on the far right. That's what you're going to start with, the rotation of 90 degrees. So rotation of 90 degrees. So to get to this point, I go over 8 and up 9. I'm going to rotate that same shape 90 degrees. It doesn't say counterclockwise or not. Let me see what it says. One second. All right, assume counterclockwise, if not said anything else. So assume the way we taught. So counterclockwise, 90 degrees. So now I'm going to take this negative 8. Now it's going to come down here, negative 8. And this had the length of 9, so then it's going to have the length of 9 over here. So that is a 90-degree rotation. And that's my new points. Negative 9, negative 8. Negative 9, negative 8. And then you're going to reflect it. Then I'm going to reflect it. So I'm going to reflect my red point over y equals negative x. Reflect y equals negative x. So negative x, start at 0, 0, slope of negative 1, down 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. Okay, so there's my line I'm reflecting over. And remember, when it's a diagonal, you're counting the diagonals. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and a half, half and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here's my new point. That is my answer. 8, 9. 8, 9 is taking negative 8, 9, rotating it first 90 degrees, and then reflecting it second. Okay, without looking at the graph, another way to do that, you still do the same steps, but you can do, if you have written down all the notes this week, you could use just your rules and not have to look at the graph. So you still do this far right one first, and then this one second. So we're going to do a rotation of 90 degrees. Rotation of 90 degrees. I switch x and y and I make y negative. So it's going to be negative 9, negative 8. And then reflection over y equals negative x. Reflection over y equals negative x. I change the sign. I flip it again. X becomes y. X and y switch, and they both change signs. So x and y switch, and they both change signs. 8, 9. So that's 2 different ways to do it. This one's just a more visual way, and then this one's using all your formulas. All right, I'm going to do one more. How about a dilation? Oops. I did it too quickly. Do not waste your time. Dilation. You start on the far right. So we're going to dilate 1/4. So that's going to be a reduction. So of 1/4. So I'm going to multiply these by 1/4. This one's actually easier to do, not on the graph. 1 divided by 4, get -3. So I went from -12. Oops, didn't choose one big enough. And I reduced it by 1/4, so 1, -3. And then I have to reflect it over the y-axis. I'm sorry, x-axis. Reflect over the x-axis goes from here to here, reflected over. So 1, 3. And that's your final answer. If you wanted to do it just with the rules, I'm going to end the video having this up anyway. So dilation, you just have to know your dilation. That's still going to be times 1/4. So get 1, -3. So start here. This is always your first step on the far right. And then your second one is that one. So that's your dilation of 1/4. And then you reflect over your x-axis. Reflecting over your x-axis, the y sign changes. Since it was negative, it's going to change to a positive. So hopefully having all these rules here will help you finish the second one, but also think about graphing it. Graph it, get out of your paper and graph it. So if you have any questions, let me know.